The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Sanford, North Carolina, Lita. And the opponent, from Death Valley, weighing in at 305 pounds, The Undertaker.
Welcome to Raw and Boomer Sooner, everybody. This is Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and I couldn't be happier about coming home to Oklahoma City tonight.
These Oklahoma fans are fired up and ready for the greatest superstars in sports entertainment.
And they should be. I've seen the lineup for tonight's show, and I honestly don't think it could be any better. Excellent counter. What ring presence. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh, no. This is classic old school.
Oh, man! Your arm will never be the same after this.
That arm has been targeted for destruction, and the ring post is being used quite effectively to that end.
We saw that one
coming. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk. That went nowhere.
These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE bank.
We could have a pinfall here, JR. Was that 3? No? Come on. What a counter.
Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR!
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? The Undertaker's been in WWE for 13 years now, JR. And I think it's really starting to show here tonight.
I don't know what match you're watching, King, but the dead man looks as good tonight as when he first appeared in the WWE.
I'm not sure if it's your eye.
It looks like he's taking his opponent for a ride, King.
And that's one ride you don't ever want to take. The last ride. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
You know, JR, everyone goes on and on about how great The Undertaker is. But I think he's overrated. It takes more than black lights and some dry ice to impress me.
And how about going 14-0 at WrestleMania, King? How about being a 4-time WWE champion? Does that impress you?
Well, come on, JR. I'm not saying that the dead man doesn't have 1 or 2 impressive achievements to his name. I just think he's taken too seriously for a grown man who dresses like it's Halloween every day.
1 or 2? There's a reason they call him the feet.
Uh-oh! This is not the kind of position you want to find yourself in.
And that doesn't make it any better. A vicious, grinding forearm right across the face. The pain must be excruciating.
Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. Oh, this is just not right. Driving the head straight into the steel of the turbo.
Come on, JR. You'd have to be a fool not to take advantage of an exposed turnbuckle like that. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR? Oh, man! That's gonna change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
My God, would you look at the power of this superstar?
Here we go. Tombstone Piledriver. I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out. Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district. Who's going to win this one, JR?
Oh, really? Enlighten us, man.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent.
So long, ref. Sweet dreams.
It's going to be a while before the referee gets up from that. Oh, no. The referee's been knocked out. This can't be good.
Are you kidding? Now anything goes. It doesn't get any better than that, JR. You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown, I'd say. Get any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man, The Undertaker. I don't think there is.
Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
Oh, man! Don't tell me he's about to do what I think he's about to do!
Tombstone Piledriver! My God, what an impact!
There's the pin!
Here's your winner, The Undertaker.